Well, hello ETR Nation. My name is Brian. It's not Steve. My name is Brian, and I bought an abandoned railroad. And what a journey this has been. It's a tale of compliance, meaning insurance and regulations. It's a story about becoming a legit Class 3 short line railroad. Intermingled a little bit of family issues, a little bit of personal issues. But boy, how far we've come. And so today we're going to do some work, and I'm also going to update you on where we're headed. So let me update you on the work we're going to do today. I have rented from Sunbelt a billy goat. A billy goat is like a lawnmower on steroids. It's self-propelled. Its blade is made for chopping. It says brush cutter. And I have never run one of these, but I know where I need to run it, on the ETR. Last year we sprayed this and worked it pretty hard, and here in Central Ohio, it does not take long. So we're going to figure out what kind of tree this thing can run over and go down through there and clean this up. I wanted to do this for a long time. I actually at one time bought grass seed. I wanted this to be really nice. And when people came to look at this, they thought this is the way a small business, a small railroad should be. But alas, I left that project undone. The weeds and trees took over. But hopefully today, we're going to dominate. We're going to be victors. So get your hard hat on. Let's have at this. Speaking of hard hats and safety, we do have the ETR safety cone with us today. And what's that remind me? It reminds me of two things. One is to think about what you're doing, and are you doing it the safest way possible. I do have this hard hat with visor and 1 ear of hearing protection. That thing's old. It's been in my garage. I brought it. I might need the face shield. I do have safety glasses that I can put on, and I'm wearing appropriate boots, etc. But the ETR safety cone also reminds me that this was more than just me. It was a community, and that's from our dear friend of the railroad, Peter Cruikshank from Florida, and he sent that up. He's the safety director, albeit long-distance safety director, but we always have that along. That reminds us of community and safety. I do have some good news that many of you waited for a long time, and that is traffic, rail traffic over the ETR. That's right, a customer here in the park is going to start using rail cars in the spring, and that means there's got to be some renovation going on here, and that's really one of the reasons why today I'm going to clean up down through there, and it's going to look so much better when I get done. I'm going to give you the before and after view and some of me working. Your main job might be to run to White Castle for coffee. Don't take it the wrong way. It's just where we have everyone start. So we're going to be going right down through there. Let's go do some billy goating. Well, Brian, what have you learned so far? Well, I may have learned that I'm doing more work than the goat. This is work, but I do like the result. This thing will go over trees. It's pretty vicious, and of course, I'm learning and coming. I'll come back and see what else I can do. I've got quite a ways to go, so I'm just kind of roughing it in. I haven't gone down through the rails yet either. I think I'm hitting the sides so that if I have to call for EMS, they'll be able to get back in here to me. So you might be asking, Brian, if you haven't done this all this time, why are you doing it now? Tell you what, I'm going to get a drink of water and make another 50 yards or so, and I'll come back and tell you why we're doing it now. So look at this. I'm embarrassed to say this is Death Valley. Remember how clean and nice this was? Well, that's what happens. Here's the tie yard. You see bundles of ties there? This is disgusting, Brian. How could you ever let it get this way? But I did, and I'm here fixing it. Yes, Brian, what are you learning today? Well, I'm learning this machine does a pretty good job, man. I've run over some big stuff. I've only stalled it once. Now I'm going to head back that way, make this path double wide, then triple wide. I have not seen any snakes, which is a blessing we have here in Ohio. Really no poisonous snakes in maybe southeast Ohio. But the other thing I learned is that if you rent a machine that does not have an hour meter from Sunbelt on Saturday, you get to use it through Monday morning. So you've got the weekend. But this is going really, really well. Stay tuned. This is going to look a lot better. I'm going to turn around and go back south again, get this thing double wide, then triple wide. Then I'm going to hop over inside the rails and clean that. Then we'll go clean the tie yard in Death Valley. Thanks for being here today. I really appreciate it. Well, we are doing awesome. This thing tears it up. Over trees, over dale. Well, the sun is starting to set on the East Terminal Railway. And I mean the sunshine that's round and warm. I don't mean the future, but the future is changing. Part of what I'm doing here today is getting this ready for some people to look at. The East Terminal Railway might be under new ownership, new management soon. It's more than I can do by myself. Now, I know a lot of you have volunteered, and I really appreciate that. But I head it up, supervise it, do a lot of the work. And Graham's moved on to things that he would rather do, which I salute him for. Everybody should try and do what they want to do, what they feel inside, what they're good at. So stay tuned. I'll give you updates on how the future looks, what's going on. Soon, right down through here, there's going to be refrigerated box cars moving. Well, look how much better that looks. I think I'm going to come back with a weed eater and touch it up, because I just don't like that stuff that I couldn't get with the big billy goat. But man, does that thing chew through some stuff. This is so much better. And I wished I'd taken the grapple truck along here and picked up each one of these piles. They were gathered and set there so that the grapple could grab them. If those were out of there, you could come right down through here. This would look like a class 1. The ETR class 1. Thanks for watching, ETR Nation. Thank you so much. Appreciate every one of you. Well, ETR Nation, have you ever seen that much difference in that short a time? I gotta pat myself on the back. I'm a hard worker, but this about kicked my rear. The billy goat's amazing, but a lot of it I had to come back with a weed eater and get it that way. But man, does this look better. So much better. Well, there are the tracks going into the future as the ETR heads into the future. Thank you, ETR Nation.